in just a bite of a moment will boost your tech knowledge and give you something cool to think about for the day. So let's dive in and take your tech curiosity a sip further. Ready? Let's go. Tools are not powerful, humans are. How can ChatGPT enhance you and not replace you? In today's world, staying ahead in the professional landscape requires more than just hard work and dedication. It demands adaptability and innovation. See, with the boom of artificial intelligence, there has been a lot of speculation around its role in the workplace and in learning institute like ours. Will AI replace human jobs? These are not just questions which are theoretical, these are pressing concerns for professionals and students across industries. See, in my opinion, AI will not replace your job. Humans that are AI enabled will. Now, in this one, let's look at how can ChatGPT help you get a job. Let's dive in. Okay, so we'll start with ChatGPT or even Google Gemini in this case. So now before I jump into them, I have done two things here. I've created like a fictitious resume of a junior network engineer. Now this could have been any field. It could have been somebody who's entering in cloud, cybersecurity, marketing. So you already have a resume at this point. And then I have a job that I want to apply for, but obviously I want to optimize it. Now this is a full-time job which is for a junior network engineer. It's in Toronto area. It's with a radio station which is ABC Media. I have 10 radio stations across Canada. They've given me some qualifications, some duties, if you may, things of those nature. And also they've asked for certain certifications that they prefer. We will use 10 different prompts in this video to kind of help you with how can I be optimized in what I'm going to do. So the first prompt I want to use is this one. I'm going to be trying to paste these prompts into Notepad first, and then we're going to start looking into it. Okay. So the first prompt is, can you make changes to my resume, fit the job title? So you got to put the job title here, the role of the company, and here's the job description. So I've got the whole thing ready here. I will copy all that. And then go to my tools, like ChatGPT in this case, hit enter. Now at this point, it is helping me create a resume which is specific for that customer that I have. In my summary, it has added ABC. Now it's not one of those things where I'm just taking my resume and just flooding them everywhere. It's more like I'm being very specific to a certain company, so they are like, okay, this person is really interested because he's actually customizing his resume and making sure that he has the skill set or she has his skill set to match what I'm looking for. So this is the first way of doing it in the first prompt. Now the second prompt I want to use is called using my resume and you can create a professional summary. See, summaries are important because when you start a resume, that's usually the first thing that the person is going to read. Just a quick summary of what do I bring to the table. So I've already done using my resume. Can you create a professional summary which is aligned to this junior network engineer? So since I've already given him my resume, what I can do in this case is I can say, and it's given me a nice little summary there because it already had my resume. Third prompt is understanding the job description, right? So what are the main responsibilities required for this job? Like top three, I would say. Try to understand because I have never worked in radio station. I have no clue what to expect. And it's going to give me, this is what you need to know. This is what they're going to probably be doing day to day. And top three, right? If I want to improve my resume, other thing I can do here is as simple as this. Let's use another prompt here. So this time we're going to use a prompt. Please rewrite these bullet points from my resume to use a clear and impactful language and highlight my accomplishments, right? How about this? My resume is right there. And I'm going to take that resume that I had before, which is John Smith in this case, and I go back. Now, Google Gemini, see what it does for me. Let's do it the same thing for ChatGPT. Let them both work for us, and then pick up what I think is the best thing for me. So again, it's given me some breakdowns on what I can use from an accomplishment perspective. Now again, I don't have much experience, so that is not something that I can really show off, but I've worked on certain projects and I can still deliver what you're asking me to deliver. Don't forget, your main tool when you are looking at For example, LinkedIn. I need a summary for my LinkedIn because a lot of people might be searching me on my LinkedIn, right? So then I can use that. Again, it has my resume, so I'm just posting those, and it's going to give me a very high level summary of what I can use. You don't have to pick everything here. You see what makes sense to you. And then something else that you want to use is let the bot tell you what are some of my strong things that I can use. What about a cover letter? A lot of people are asking for a cover letter. Let's do that. So job title in this case was a junior engineer. Do ABC Media here. And have something quick and running that I can use, right? These are the steps that I've done so far to kind of hopefully they like my cover letter, they like my resume, and I'm really hoping that they call me. But once they call me, am I ready for it? Something I always like to say, don't just get ready, you gotta stay ready. That phone can ring anytime. When I pick up that phone, if there's an HR person on the other side asking me, these are the questions, so let's prepare for the interviews. First thing I wanna do is use this another prompt that I have it. So I'm gonna go back to my notepad here, delete, that's my industry. So I go back again, go to my favorite ChatGPT, go for it. So these are the kind of things that they need from me. Technical skills. What kind of technical skills do they need? Most cases, right? Any certifications, any training, any communication. What kind of options are they looking for? Now do the same thing for the Google. Maybe they will give you different ideas. Combine both, see what are common to both. If they are both saying the same things, whatever is common to both, that means those are the things that I really need to focus on. So that makes me go to the next topic. What are the questions that I'm expected to ask? See, because I need to be prepared. It's always better to be prepared, right? So what are the questions you think they're going to ask me? Here is another one. Now these are generic. These are not specific. It could be anybody, right? Let's take that. Let's go back to our ChatGPT again. Go for it. Google Gemini, go for it. Let them give you those questions. Can you walk us through your experience? How do you stay up to date with the latest technologies and trends? Do you have any blogs that you read to? Do you listen to any podcast? Can you explain me something as common as TCP, DNS, and DHCP? Okay, that could be something. Describe a challenging network issue. Now you don't have experience, but you have projects. You've done a capstone project. What project am I worked on? What was one of the challenges that I ran into? How do you make sure your security in your configuration? Those are some of the questions. What about Gemini? Same thing. Can you tell us something about Cisco networking devices? That means that maybe these guys are using Cisco in this case. So all those nice questions, soft questions, technical questions, again, technical knowledge, overall, generic stuff. How does TCP work? OSI model work? Common troubleshooting methodologies. What is a methodology? You start working from a layer up approach. So if you're talking OSI model, I look at my physical layer first to see if my cable is up and running, my cable is not cut, my question on how to answer that question, like the questions it gave you before. Next thing you can do is do something like this. Please provide answers to interview questions, right? And then you place your resume accordingly. So whatever the questions it asked you here, let's say this one. For now, if you want to paste your resume, go ahead and do it. Let's say if you don't want to use your resume, you can omit that, right? You still want to know how it's supposed to be answered in the best way, and then practice saying that answer again and again, right? So let's go back to the ChatGPT. There we go. That's an answer, right? Long answer, yes, but again, read through that, come up with bullet points in your head, so next time when you get a question on that, you can simply address that. These are the top 10 prompts that you can use. See, ChatGPT is a tool. As I said in the beginning of the video, humans create tools. Tools are not smarter or stronger than humans. How do we use them? That depends on us. I have a hammer. I can create something nice with it, or I can break something with it. Depends on me. So please go ahead and start using these good prompts. Start practicing now so you get enabled with the AI and you are that human who is AI enabled and ahead of others, and you are the person who people are fearing that's going to take away their jobs, not the other way. Good luck. See you next time. And that concludes another insightful journey through the world of technology with Canadian Tech Journey.